Switchback. Switchback.
Hey guys, RavenProDesign here. Welcome back to another episode of the Beginner's Guide. Let's see. Okay. No dialogue. I tend to be quick because I don't think I'm a brutal person. Okay, very good. Thank you, guard. Okay. A bit of attention. One more thing. Just know about the machine. It's called itself and Code is the dude that built the whole thing. Oh god. Hello, press. Yeah, press. I see you. That's pretty cool. Open the dang door. Oh. Interesting. So now this is the first time we see representation.
And of course, it's the machine.
Okay. Oh, what the heck? Wow. This is like kind of self-obsessed, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, we'll force him to do stuff. I don't think the machine really cares. Ah, I see the thing you're afraid of. Being alone. Wow. Okay. Open the door. Interesting. I got all the followers. My plebes. I had a troubling revelation. Yeah. Let's get all high and mighty on this. Yeah. Force it down the machine's throat. Okay. Yeah, we don't need its games. Wait! I love games! Yeah, let's become like crazy and retribution. Now let's just destroy the machine. We'll leave his creations there. Onward. Ah, crap. We're back on the stage again. This is dark. Listen, I just wanted to kill the machine, not the stage. This is interesting. Where the hell's the machine?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Maybe he needs better friends.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral?
No.
Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
No. Oh crap. Wow, we're destroying everything. Now, I wanted to destroy the machine, not his work. So why am I not allowed to do that? Do I have to go through his work in order to get to the machine? I'm kind of perplexed. Whoops.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Dang, that was the door. Well, that's not right, though. He's gonna have fears. Everyone does. I don't have a weapon. You stole it. Wait. I didn't put... Yeah.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
Because
it's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem.
What if that's not the problem?
And they told me how much they enjoyed his games. It was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
But how did it make him feel? That's the important thing, not how you feel.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
Okay.
And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Okay.
So let's take a look.
I'm kind of nervous about this. There's a little bit of trepidation in his voice while he's saying this, so. Okay, here we go. Nothing else we can do here. One door.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's
Maybe
a very
he's using
cold
gaming
game.
as an escape. I don't think anything he's created so far has been terribly warm anyway. Entertaining-ish. But definitely, it's been dark
This
for a
room
while.
actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to do that anymore. I'm not into, I don't know, getting tortured. Okay, that's an interesting sound I remember from Valve's Half-Life.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
No, it's
Like
not.
the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
Yeah, but that's
What's the
not
deeper
the
idea
game.
behind the
That's
invisible
problem.
maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time,
Dang
then
it.
maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
151617. 5 1 6 1. I guess I got 7 accidentally. And boom. That's kind of neat. Kind of comes out of nowhere. I don't like the crying in the background. There's something deeper going on here than we're getting alluded to. Okay, now we're going back
The
down.
switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Why do it?
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
No, we've all had those conversations with people.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Well, open the dang door so I can see
But I can
more.
open this door for you, so
Thank you.
let me do that.
Please? Okay, we'll
Was
go
I a
up.
failure for not understanding this game?
No.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
Why are you putting
I
so
feel
much
like
effort
I
into it?
failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011.
Yep.
I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Well, he's
I
been
have
gone for a
no
while.
idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
Made any sense?
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him
get why it's
please to
such a
tell me
big
what
deal.
the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
What if they just thought they were cool?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was
Why
that
do you have
I
to make
needed
yourself
to
happy
see
through
myself
his?
as someone else.
That's more your
I
problem
needed-
than his.
To be someone other than me. But he
Again,
stopped
this is your problem.
and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Maybe he wanted to stop being your solution. Did you ever think of that? Maybe he saw that you're trying to live your life through him, and he got tired of it.
Where
That's why
did I
he made
screw
this
up?
game that goes endlessly. Maybe you asked too much of him. See?
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
You showed it to everybody.
I poisoned it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Like I said, you were putting your own effort into it and putting your own. You're projecting. So,
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say.
wow.
Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
That's what I said. It's all your fault. You were a jerk. Hey, see? Your lampposts. And he's been modifying the games right from the start for us.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had
anything of your
to
own.
be with myself. And as soon as that happened,
Wow.
there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Wow, it's not
What
been
does
sure about
that
Coda,
mean?
about David. Seems like Coda's got his thing. I love this, the lettering, being able to walk through it. That is just amazing. Yep, I agree with this. All these statements are valid. Uh-huh. Which is fine. You're not my problem. Yes, exactly.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything.
Wow.
And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again?
I hope not.
Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
Yes.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please.
No, you're not really
Start
sorry.
making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. Interesting. Is that the end of it? Epilogue, okay. Okay. I wonder if this is David's work instead of Coda's.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Well, it's pretty much the human condition right now. We live through others' praise instead of living through our own. You know, learn to love yourself before you can love others. Things, you know, it's appropriate. Where the heck am I supposed to go here? This is weird. Anything over here? This is the most pointless thing so far. And I can't do diddly. Let me guess. I have to get on that train on the other side. Oh dear God. This is odd. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink while I was wondering. Something? No. See, I always hate this aimless wandering thing where it doesn't seem to actually lead you anywhere. So what, I'm just in a train station going nowhere? Oh, now the door opens? That wasn't open before. Interesting. I wonder how many people have actually just gotten frustrated and turned it off after this. Because that's, again, like this game has done a few times, it's gone from entertaining to frustrating.
Solution.
Why there has to be solutions? Don't have to have an answer for everything. There is no such thing as perfection.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games,
It wouldn't have mattered.
maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
No.
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Somebody has to. Maybe he's a prison architect. See? I made a video game on that. People enjoy it. They love it.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate
Good luck with
you.
that. I don't know what you're worried about. You're broken and flawed like everybody else. Doesn't matter. I hope there's not a freaking lamppost in here. Okay. This is a little weird.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is
Internal validation is
unthinkable.
all you ever need.
Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
You've obviously never done YouTube. You spend months sitting there making video game footage for yourself and nobody watches. And eventually you post it and somebody may watch it or they may not. They may tell you you're the cancer of everything.
What now?
What are you going to do then, huh? Wow.
I think I need to go.
I'm not going to argue.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm just going to wander through your stupid level. It's pretty. In a barren kind of way. I treat these like doorways and walk through them, because you never know. Maybe it's the random you need to do. It kind of reminds me of some of the art I saw when I was at the Vatican. Ooh, is this a hole in the floor? Whee! Well, looks like I'm in my prison cell again. Well, at least this one has a way out. Interesting. This is some weird design. I like how it actually is affecting my own personal emotions. Like, I'm actually kind of frustrated with this guy. Which I'm assuming is the intention. And then again, here I am working through this, thinking that there is an ending to this, so I'm looking for the same solution that he was. But again, I'm looking at it just as a video game. I really don't care about his own personal things. But in another sense, I am showing people his work by posting this online, on YouTube. So that's kind of a jerk move on my behalf, but oh well, it's what I do. I play video games. Oh god, is this that thing that we jumped into at the beginning and we died? Well, you definitely got the thunder down. Oh man. Okay. This is where we go out of the game. Oh wow. Kind of interesting too if you look at that. The shape of the maze kind of looks like the outline of a brain. I've always thought that about labyrinths. That's pretty. At least it's not a square. It's got a roundness to it. Ouch. Are we done?
Turn back.
Okay, well there you go, guys. The beginner's guide. Interesting. It was very, very interesting. I enjoyed it. But I'm going to get out of here before I get a copyright strike for the sound of the music.
Switchback.